how can you procreate knowing that there are beings or people in power, gods, whatever, that bring forth the solution and the problem that is stemmed from them? How can you procreate in impoverished environments or impoverished situations, bringing other beings into this realm with you to suffer, to share the misery, to so-called share your love, but really deep down you know it's because you're seeking and desperate for compassion. You're desperate for something to feel like you have control over, because you don't have control over your life or other people or elites or beings have power over you and make you submit to what things and environments or situations that you don't really want to do, such as working or paying debts, grinding, dealing with the expectations and the roles you feel pressure to play in said societies. Of all the things to deter you from wanting having children, you somehow, some of y'all manage to still have them. Whether it's for religious reasoning, or it's by accident or deliberate. It baffles me, the mindset that you people adapt as the reasons as to having them. To put them through the trials and tribulations, or even more or less than what you have gone through, it seems like as if you want them to suffer with you because you're in this world. Because you popped into this world. You didn't ask to be here either, but they didn't either. So I would think, if you didn't ask to be here, why would you put someone else through that suffering deliberately? Like if it's accidental, or that's why if it's accidental, I understand. I'm not faulting, because hormones and raging and whatever, love. But that's why it's heavily recommended that you practice celibacy the way Christ did. He didn't have any kids. All he did was just help do goodwill to mankind as much as he could, cleanse himself, fast, detached, show others how to do that, heal the sick when he could. He had a dramatic end in some cases. Some say that it didn't happen, that he didn't die for no one's sins or whatever, but we feel like he did more or less by him standing up to the principalities, the ones in power, to abolish the old ways of others reaching enlightenment. You'd have to go to a clergyman to reach enlightenment or reach grace with God. But I'm trying to make this more down to earth for the ones who don't really subscribe to spiritual beliefs or religious beliefs. So I'm trying to keep it sounding more practical, that anyone could understand, and understand the concern behind why continue to procreate with all the mess going on, with all the warfare, with all the upheavals and down spikes of economic stability. Like, the way the economy is going, the way things are being run. The pressures of grinding and just to survive. And I understand you need some type of relief, but that's why you have to relieve yourself. Even if it is temporary or by yourself, it's better to do that than to accidentally bring another innocent being into this realm, for them to be exposed to not only just good, but evil and sin and everything in between. The struggles, the chores of living, the upkeeping of the society of the Matrix. I mean, I would think in your brains you would comprehend that, either if it's from a religious standpoint or a practical standpoint or religious. I think I said religious already, but religious or spiritual standpoint. So it's just time for society as a collective to take back their power and to say no, to go against the powers that be, that wants you to keep you as sheeple and cattle in these breeding farms. It's not part of nature. It's really part of a subservient subjugation and submission tactic to keep us all domesticated, to keep humanity domesticated. Break from the domestication, if there's even a word. Break from the subjugation. Break from the indoctrination. Stop allowing individuals to indoctrinate you and gaslight you into conforming to what is considered politically correct living, or the politically correct lifestyle, because it's really not. It is the trap to keep you attached to this realm, to keep you bringing more beings into this realm to feed the elites, to feed these gods, creators, or whatever that happens to be the problem. They're the root of the problem. They're the ones who created this mess. I don't know how much I need to say this. I mean, I just listened to my album. It really does disclose a lot, especially the original state. That is what Christ showed. He showed through example how to really escape this and how to spare other spirits from having to come in here through the flesh. I went back to more spiritual because that's what I am. That's what I've learned. I've done a lot of research from all different types of belief systems, Gnostics included. But going back to practical, it's to put children to do this. You continue in humanity when you procreate, when it should be going, you should be trying to fight to bring it to extinction. Because when you go extinct, there is nothing. There is finally relief. Well, finally the solution. That is the solution. So stop putting people through the struggle, through the torture of keeping this mess, of keeping a society, of keeping humanity as a whole, to do away and to end all the struggles all the problems, all the evil, all the good, all of everything when it comes to humanity. There's one less being to cause problem to anyone, including themselves or to other sentient beings on this earth, in this realm. It sounds bad, but it's not. It's actually a sigh of relief, a sigh of salvation. But of course, people who want to stay attached to the lies, to life, is going to see that as a bad thing. That enjoys the suffering, that enjoys, they have a sick enjoyment to complications, to struggle, to misery, in a sense. It is something really wrong with some people. It's really something wrong with them if they still see that it's worth it when it's really not. You can't take none of it with you when you go. The temporary emotions, the accolades, the achievements is pointless. So why keep something pointless going? Why bring other beings in there to share that pointlessness with you? To share that those horrible emotions, horrible potential experiences they may go through. You know what I'm saying? It's like you all want misery, love. Some of y'all just misery loves company kind of type of people. And that's why you bring the children into the world, so you can subject them to your misery, to something that you can feel like you have control over. And you're mad when they rebel, because they're their own individuals as well. That's why stuff is orchestrated and set in place to reduce the birth rate, to save us from ourselves, from the gods, the creators, whoever made this mess. It's a beautiful masterpiece, but it's still a mess. To save us from the ones who are pulling the strings, who certainly don't care and look at us like the majority or the masses as cattle. The ones who don't care, but the ones that want to do the right thing care and want to help humanity break out of this. Help us, continue to help. Your service is very much appreciated. And the people who are consider themselves part of the masses or the underdogs, work together. We gotta work together as one, unite to break out of this hell together. The saviors throughout history and time, biblically or not, or historically, fought to ultimately get us all out of this in their own way and fashion, because that's where it's leading to. Of course, you may think it's just to make this society or make living in the mortal flesh in this world better. No, it's ultimately to break us all out of this matrix, out of this world, so we won't ever have to bring anyone else innocent into this, and we can stay out ourselves, to go instinct, to end it all. In this matrix world, thank you very much. Thank you very much But, break out the matrix, read the law. Don't let the grinding, the pressures of grinding, distract you from the real mission, which is to end this madness, to end this world, to end everything, and to stop procreation. Don't let the grind feed into your ego, thinking that you're really something important because you're achieving accolades and goals and dreams and aspirations that you can't take with you after you die. Stop thinking that you leaving behind financial wealth or generational wealth is doing a service to the children or to the world. It may help for a minute, but let's face it. You can only use it as long as you're here. And I understand that pressure of leaving the generational wealth, because at least you die knowing you left some type of help. But always the ultimate goal, if you're gonna do that, at least educate the generations after you, that the ultimate goal is to end this world, is to end the multiverses, the realms, whatever you want to call it, the matrix, and to break us out to where no one has to continue upkeeping this world. We're all free from the major burden of life itself, of this temporary existence, to free everyone from this. That is what I'm trying to get at. So yeah, generational wealth is good if you utilize it to continue breaking us out, freeing us from this. If all you're going to use it for is to live life happily and luxuriously, well, if that's even a word, but comfortably, while the majority suffer, and you don't do anything to try to mitigate that, while helping to fund methods to break out of this, you're defeating the whole purpose of your wealth. Your wealth, or fortune, wealth, material gains, is to help bring about salvation. That's the point. To bring salvation to the collective and to break out. I just had to say this long, and I hate to bring out this long speech, but it needs to be said. And I know some people may not want to listen to the whole spiel, but that's it. I'm probably make a shorter version of this, which culminates all of what I'm meaning and saying. That is my hopes for this collective, to wake up and to break out and to dismantle everything. Dismantle all the lies. Free us all from this illusionary hell life.